Hi, this is Katie. Thank you for joining me on the My Senses, My Space podcast. And today, on a My Win day, I wanted to talk about getting ready to leave the house and how can you help yourself do that. There can be so many steps to take between the moment you wake up and the moment you leave the house, if you are leaving first thing in the morning. And this can also apply to leaving the house at any point of the day. There is cleaning ourselves. There is making sure we're nourished. There is personal care, and if we do any beauty regimen, getting dressed and making sure those clothes fit and aren't too tight and they feel comfortable and convey our inner selves. And then gathering up the things that we need and making sure we're not forgetting anything and making sure we have our to-do list if we need a to-do list. So how do we help ourselves go through that entire process? Because that is actually a big transition, right? There's a lot in between there of taking steps to make sure all those are complete, that we're not skipping any of them, and that when we're leaving, we're not forgetting anything. So what can we provide ourselves that could get us to help us complete that series of tasks? A kind of obvious one is laying everything out the night before and making sure we have everything prepped that we need to. So this could be meal prep. This could be, any items that you need to take out of the house, or seeing if you need to lay out items so you know which order to go through things. So there are some of us who really thrive on having a cleared area. And so as we're getting ready in the morning, taking out one thing, using it, and putting it back works. For others, having those items already out and actually in order of completion can help us immensely if our brains are not awake enough, or it's very hard first thing in the morning to be kind of bombarded by a bunch of tasks at once and not feel overwhelmed. Sometimes it's best to have, okay, here's my toothbrush, here is my face cleaner, here's my makeup, here's my hair stuff, and I know when I'm going through those and each one I'm putting away that I've completed that task, and once my counter is completely cleared, I can go on. If we have a full counter. I know for myself, I don't have a counter in my bathroom. So for some, we can have those visual cues in front of us, and it really helps us navigate through the day. I do this more of staging things right beside my front door to know in the morning, okay, I need to take this. Sometimes I even use sticky notes. This goes to my mom's house. This goes as a return. I got to take it somewhere. This is my P.O. Box key. I need to go, check it. Whatever it is, maybe it's a written list or a list on your phone that's digital. Having that really, really easily accessible. Like the less friction between you and that task, the easier it's going to be in the morning. So even like setting up coffee, having all the coffee set up and all you have to push is go, or refill the water and go, whatever that is. But one last thing to kind of think about is, what is the bag or the wallet that you're grabbing, that you're kind of depending on before you leave the house? Is that ready? And if not, if you haven't gone through your purse, your bag, your wallet in quite a while, try, sitting down today or sometime this weekend and going through it. Think about cleaning it out. Think about, sorting through and getting any receipts out of there, getting any maybe there's crumbs or like candy floating on the bottom of your bag. Just making sure it's like all vacuumed out or cleaned out or dumped out, shooken out of, shooken, is that a word? Sometimes I make up words. So to shake it out over, outside or over a sink or whatever it is, it's okay. We all do this. They all get dirty, and they all need cleaning out. For me personally, I've kind of discovered that I've gone away from purses or bags that have a million pockets and actually get an organizer that fits them. Those little kind of like felt organizers. And I find this helps so much that everything actually sticks more vertically within the space. I have like a tote, and it definitely holds things much better so that the whole tote isn't just flopping down. The tote is not fabric that just flops. I can't. Personally, that's hard for me to use. I need to have one I can see into easily. But like a tote that could flop over, but with a little bit more structure, it stands up on its own. That's what I'm kind of talking about. Anyway, having those separate pockets in there and knowing that when I slide things in, they're not going to get scratched, and just having enough room for everything. And also rethinking, because sometimes if we haven't cleared out those spaces for a while, our needs have totally changed. Like it may be that there's old medication in there that you're relying on and you need to swap out your new medication. Maybe there's, if you are a parent, your child grows, and sometimes things that were in there that they enjoyed, you no longer need. Maybe they're just outdated and, kids grow. And so their need for something else for you to have on hand, instead of sippy cups, maybe they're plastic spoons now, So take some time, go through your bag or your wallet or your purse and see how you can organize it, and think about an end of the week routine of possibly, if you are keeping a lot of things, especially receipts in there, try putting on your schedule or in your planner 2 minutes of going in and getting all of those out of there at the end of every week. Could be on a Friday night, could be on a Saturday morning, whatever it is, and seeing if that just makes your next week and the next day you're leaving your house even easier. So thank you for joining me again on the My Senses, My Space podcast. If you're enjoying this, please leave a review and pass it on to anyone else who you think might enjoy this. Till next time, thank you.